The diet is very expensive. Eating chicken and beef every day, it adds up. And if you don't have sponsors, it's very hard.
Food alone is probably in the area of $600 to $800 a month.
On top of that, all of your supplements, protein powders, your meal replacements, it's going to run you probably somewhere around $300 to $400 a month on top of all of your grocery bill. So it's not a cheap sport for sure.
Supplements are very important to bodybuilding, whether you're a professional bodybuilder or an amateur just starting out. A lot of the proteins and the nutritional products that are sold in bodybuilding stores, I mean, they're there for a reason, because they can actually supplement your diet cheaper and more effectively a lot of times than a meal can.
When you work out day after day, there are 3 basic supplements that are the foundation of building muscle: protein, glutamine, and creatine.
For instance, many of the protein powders contain 20 or 30 grams of protein per serving. Well, your typical chicken breast has between 20 and 25 grams of protein. An egg white only has 3 grams of protein. You have to eat 10 egg whites to get 30 grams of protein.
Glutamine acts as a great muscle cell volumizer, and once again, I would definitely recommend it for people wanting to gain or lose. It also acts as a cell detoxifier.
Creatine is a tried and proven nutrient that definitely enhances size at the cellular level, meaning it actually pulls fluid into the muscle cell, which is very similar to a steroid, but this is very natural and very safe.
Just as important as nutrition and supplements, water plays a huge part in how a bodybuilder can manipulate his training to achieve that ripped and cut look.
So your muscle's 70% water, and people forget this while they're training. So we're constantly drinking water. At least I am, anyway.
Pre-contest, I usually try to get in about 1.5 gallons to 2 gallons a day of just water. More water in means more water out. It's the best natural diuretic there is.
Water is a huge part. You can be very, very lean, between 3 and 5% body fat, but if you've got a little tiny bit of fluid in the subcutaneous layer of your skin, all of a sudden it has like a blur to the muscle.
The less water you have in your system and the less fat you have on your body, you'll show more muscular definition. And there's another part to it too. It's called vascularity, where the blood vessel network in parts of the body stands out as well.
The goal for most bodybuilders is, like you see, like in the gyms, the anatomy chart, wanting to achieve that paper-thin look so you can see every individual striation and muscle.
Basically, striations are when you flex, you see all the muscle fibers.
I would say the last 24, 48 hours up until the show isn't the most healthy part of it, but it's a very short period of time.
You go to extremes in preparing for competition, like water depletion and extreme low carbohydrate diets and getting very dehydrated. You're going to feel bad.
A lot of guys will go 18 to 20 hours with no water whatsoever. What usually ends up happening is they're just drinking so much water, and then when they stop it, they just stop it.
If you think you're in the worst shape of your life on stage, what's everybody else going to think? You have to feel good. You have to feel good about yourself, and you have to feel energy.
The physical sacrifices that athletes choose to endure can eventually cause permanent damage to their internal organs. Why take the risk?
But some bodybuilders take it too far. Because everyone wants to win. Everybody's looking for that little edge. And it's very difficult, because if you're slightly off on the day of the competition, you're talking about a whole year's training down the toilet. They can make a difference from 4th place to 1st place.
They would resort to anything, not bodybuilders, everybody, to get to be the best they could be.
Anything to be the best? To win? The use of steroids in all sports is the dirty little secret that is not so secret anymore.
What we do for a living is show off our muscle, and it's obvious what we're doing to get that way.
Muscle Mania World Championships, only the best are here.
Natural bodybuilding enthusiasts have gathered in Anaheim, California for the 10th annual Muscle Mania Natural Bodybuilding Championships. It is the largest drug-tested competition in the world.
The pro division is very tough. Everyone in here is top quality. It's a huge competition. There's over 200 competitors. It's the most I've ever been in. You know, the sport is definitely growing. As far as natural bodybuilding, it's growing big time.
Natural bodybuilding is actually, I don't want to say harder, because I'll get a lot of pro bodybuilders upset with me, but it's not easy. I really respect these guys that go out there and do it naturally, because they've really got to pay attention to their diet and their supplements.
here with the Muscle Mania, we have an unbelievable caliber of contestants.
I'm just here to have fun. My goal is to be an inspirational bodybuilder. Show others you don't need drugs to be a great bodybuilder. It's just motivating people.
Steroid use and bodybuilding, they're always going to go hand in hand.
Basically, the breakdown is there's the non-tested shows and there's the tested shows. Non-tested shows, they supposedly do random testing on competitors.
The IFBB does random steroid testing throughout the year, so at any point in time, an athlete's name can be drawn, and you've got to report. You've got literally a day to report to a doctor and take a drug test.
Hey, you guys just give them your name and weight line.
All right, got a cut weight in front of me. A name on it.
Yeah.
Cool.
And in the drug-tested shows, they don't have random. It's the top 5 guys get tested automatically. So if you fail, you're out. No questions asked.